What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Chill Zone podcast. I'm your host, Vic, aka Mr. Never Chillin', and I'm here with my co-host, Jamal.
Yo, what's good?
What's good, bro? What's good? How you been?
I've been good. What about you, man?
Yeah, living the dream down here in the south.
Same,
Just
same.
ready for life to get back to normal. You
In Kentucky.
But yeah, today, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of good stuff coming up. So I mean, we can get right into it then. So, all right, with next gen approaching, it's only next week already. Can't believe it's a week away. I want to know like all these games that are coming out, and on day one, what is going to be the first game that you actually install and load up straight
All
into?
right. But you know everybody's gonna say 2K. 2K is the breadwinner.
Unfortunately,
Everybody's looking forward to
unfortunately,
2K.
yeah. Well, but what about you? No, I'm not talking about everybody else. What do you load up first?
Oh man. First thing I'm loading up next gen, Cyberpunk. I will wait.
So
I
you
will
got to wait a
wait.
whole month for that.
I will wait.
Nah,
I
I
don't have the
definitely agree. It's
system.
gonna be a
I
good
don't have,
game.
yeah, I don't have the system pre-order or anything, so I don't mind waiting. Right now I'm
Oh
doing
yeah,
peak season. I'm gonna be working 6 days a week, so I'm really not worried about.
no,
Um
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so like whole 2K scene, like I'm ready for that. That's gonna be dope. Like next gen.
Oh yeah.
Just watched the video today. You know what I mean? Park affiliations is
Mhm.
back, baby.
Yeah,
They back.
yeah, we gonna
Back.
cover that a little bit later on for sure,
You know
bro.
what I
A little
mean?
bit later
So
on.
it's gonna be a
But
big thing.
I was one of the lucky ones to get it on pre-order, so I'll be getting that on next day,
Yes, sir.
next week, hopefully by the 10th. But it says delivered no later than the 12th. I really hope it shows up on the 10th. I ain't got time to waste. I'm ready. But first game I'm loading up is gonna be Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That game
Oh,
already looks dope. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan.
mm-hmm.
Um, Going into that Viking setting is just gonna be insane. A
Bet
lot, a
this is
lot
gonna
of
be the best
changes too.
Assassin's Creed, man.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. And it's crazy because you're gonna be playing in like old school day of like England and Ireland and all that. But there's another game that just came out, Watch Dogs Legion, which is gonna be my second game. I'm probably gonna boot up, and that's set in London as well. And just me being, I've been to London. It's cool to see some of the landmarks and stuff,
Right.
different places in the city that I can just be like, oh, I've been here. Oh, wow, this looks exactly like real life
Definitely.
and stuff. So I think being able to relate to an in-game stuff is
Right.
pretty dope.
Yeah, the closest thing I got to like a video game lifestyle, like in setting wise, is like Dominican Republic. So Far Cry,
No, yeah, I hear
Far
that. I
Cry
hear
Just
that.
Cause, you know what I mean? So I like the island like scenery. Never been to the UK. I would love to do it. I want to do that Ferris wheel they have, and I do want
Oh
to go
no,
to
yeah,
the
for sure.
right.
No, yeah, no, London's dope. I've been there twice. It's really not that expensive to even get over there. So
Yeah, I already know.
whenever you're down in the future when this COVID shit goes away, it's
Yeah,
gonna be good. We
triple
can
that
hit up
flight.
that.
How long is the
Oh
flight?
yeah, 8 hours.
That ain't nothing.
Nah, it goes by pretty quick. Yeah, you have a couple of drinks on the plane, watch a couple movies, maybe take a
New York
nap.
to UK.
Hmm?
New York to the UK.
Uh, yeah, I flew out of JFK. Yep, up in New York.
Yeah.
First time I went over, I flew out of Dulles down in DC. So I
Okay.
mean, just gotta go wherever the cheapest flights are.
Yeah.
Because I mean, flights can range anywhere from like 600 to 1200. It can get expensive, but you can find some good deals for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
But now let's get into some other games that are coming out. Let's go a little bit deeper. Go ahead, Moss.
Next time we're going to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. This is supposed to be the game of the year. It keeps getting pushed back. They've been working on it for years. This is supposed to
Yeah,
be something like the next GTA. You know what I mean? GTA mixed with a little bit of Fallout. And I'm looking forward to it because you get to make your own decisions. They got special guests. If you know who the special guest is going to be in the game, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but everybody knows who it is. He's going to have a big
nah,
year. He's
eh,
about to
eh,
have a big year.
hell yeah. I mean,
He's about to
it's
come.
not a spoil because he's all over the promotional
He's
trailers.
yeah, he's all
Ke-
over the promotion.
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves
Reeves
is
is about
that
to come
dude.
out with two movies: The
Hopefully, they
Matrix,
come out on the same day like they were supposed to.
and what is it? John Wick, what 4 or 3?
Four, yeah, four,
Oh, he
yeah.
about to be paid. He
Because
about to be
it's the
paid.
Matrix 4 and John Wick 4, and
Oh, yep.
yeah,
He
so that's
about to
gonna be
be
tough. That's definitely gonna be tough. But no,
yeah.
yeah, Cyberpunk 2077, man, it's it's been a game that was announced like 7, 8 years ago,
Yeah.
and you think it's already been delayed now 3 times, and I kind of understand why now because of the whole COVID thing, but
Mhm.
they just want it to be perfect. I mean, based off of their last game, The Witcher 3, like we talked earlier before the show, it's arguably the game of the generation, whether
Is this
me or
the
you have played
Xbox
it.
exclusive?
And what?
Is this an Xbox exclusive, right?
No, neither game was Xbox exclusive. You could
Ooh.
play it on PC, PlayStation, Xbox. It don't matter.
I just feel like it
Um,
seems like a bigger stand on Xbox for us. Maybe because we got Xbox.
oh no, I mean Cyberpunk has a deal with Microsoft for
Yeah.
Cyberpunk. I know that they have the custom Xbox One you could have bought, the
That's why I
controller that
felt
you
like
could have bought.
it was exclusive for us. You know what I mean? You know
Oh, I
they,
mean, who knows? Who knows? We might get exclusive content when they start releasing
you know what I mean? They take
post
care of
release and all
PlayStation
that.
every single year. So
Yeah, I think it's Microsoft's turn here soon for
yeah,
sure. I mean, but
Microsoft's come real soon, man.
with Cyberpunk 2077, are you going to be creating a dude or a chick?
I'm creating
I
a
know it's
dude.
funny to ask.
Dude, I was looking at the customizations. You can make him like a hood ass nigga, bro. You can put grills on them, tattoos, have your
Yeah,
own cyberpunk mark on the forehead. I'm down for it. With
bro, this game
cards,
is so customizable with your characters. You can really choose how big your dick is.
bro.
I think that's crazy. I think it's crazy.
I
And then
might make
chicks,
a female now.
you can choose well, you can choose how big your tits is and your ass and all
Yeah,
that
I might make. Yeah, listen, bro. I might make me a Serena Williams in that bitch.
stuff.
Walk around
Oh man,
knocking niggas
that'd be
out, Layla
great.
Ali style. Dude, it's gonna be
No
crazy.
man.
I'm looking forward to it because there's gonna be so much customization in it, and the way they was bringing it to it is gonna be like 3 different types of play styles you can play. You can be in the
Hmm.
hood, you can be a good person, you know what I mean, or you can be one of those bad politic people. So like
No, yeah.
that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna love it. Is that's gonna be a game where that you're gonna have to play a couple times to create different people just to go through so much different stuff. Because
Yeah.
just like they did for Fallout, you can play Fallout 4 over and over and over, and it will be different outcomes, different gameplays. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And the way this is going to be set up is that you're never going to get bored of it. As
No,
much stuff,
no.
interaction, animations is going on that we see, I don't think we're going to get bored of it.
No, yeah. I mean, especially if they keep adding more content to it after the release, because
Right?
I know that they're adding a multiplayer mode after, whether that be like doing co-op missions or if you're actually in like multiplayer game with like team deathmatch or whatever the case
Yeah,
may
stuff
be,
like
like
that.
something
It
like that.
still look good. It
But
was still
either way, if it's both, I think that'd be dope. Or if they had like expansions to like visit other cities or different parts of the world and stuff
right.
like that,
I
or even
think
be able to leave the Earth, that would be crazy if you can leave
that
the
would be crazy.
planet
That would
eventually
be
in future
crazy.
content.
Right. So what I was looking into, if it's going to ever be multiplayer, I feel like it'd be a co-op thing. You fight against the AIs and stuff like that. But I think they'll
Hmm.
make. I think with this game coming out, I think they're going to make the AIs so intelligent. Like if you play on hard, you're really going to have to think with your third eye to beat this game. Like
No,
because
yeah.
we're playing Halo right now, and man, you saw me. I'm
Man, we
bleeding
getting
death,
wrecked on
boy.
that game.
I'm
It's
bleeding
crazy
death.
to think like that game. Not to get off topic, is that game's been around since like what
Right.
2001, and it still holds up to time, and it plays
Yeah, it
really
still
well,
holds
and it's
up.
hard playing at the hardest difficulty, and it brings back memories because I've beaten it on legendary in the past, but playing it now, it feels just as hard, if not harder
It's just
sometimes.
the evolution of gaming is just going to get better and better.
Yeah, yeah,
It's gonna be a
yeah,
point
no
in
doubt.
time. There's gonna be a point in time where like drop the console and the joystick, bro. We just gonna throw in glasses and then bang, we're already in the
Bro,
view.
we're gonna be like another cyberpunk esque thing, like the
Yes,
movie Ready Player One, where you
yeah,
just put the headset on and you go into the game and
exactly.
you got a whole different world to live. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
I don't know if we'll see it in our lifetime, but it's a potential,
yeah,
definitely a
that'd
potential.
be pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Hell yeah. Do you think they'll delay it again at all?
So I saw something them dropping it December 10th. If
Yep.
if they delay it again, it's probably gonna be them trying to clean it up. You know what I mean? Have a
Hmm.
better intro for the people. You know what I mean? Waiting on them because I feel like everybody that's coming out with new games for next gen really want to make a purpose. You know what I mean? Really want to make a statement. Like, hey,
Hmm.
this is next gen. This is
Well,
what we're going to give you. So I think they're
that's
going to. I
something to
think they're
go
going
off
to
of too.
spoil us. They're going to
Oh
spoil us.
yeah.
Two
It,
K.
it,
2K is already showing that they're going to spoil us, but we'll
mhm.
see. The way Cyberpunk
But
is looking, They're gonna spoil
But
us.
and that's the thing. Cyberpunk already looks great, but when it comes out December 10th, it's not going to be the next gen upgrade. You're going to be playing a backwards compatible version of the game. So you're not going to have the ray tracing and probably 4K at 60 frames a second initially, and that's what people got to realize. Just because it comes out on the 10th, you're not going to get the next gen version until after the new year, and a lot
Exactly.
of people don't know that. So I mean, you got to keep that in mind too. So
Yeah, but the graphics is still gonna be amazing. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, yeah, especially if it's going to harness the power even of the Xbox One X, which was a
Yeah.
great console for previous generations.
Right.
The only thing I'd be worried about is I think part of the problem with why it keeps getting delayed is they're trying to put it on all systems and it still has to be able to run on the original Xbox One, like that big bulky box thing. They look like an old VCR DVD player. Like that thing was husky and it's
The old
slow compared
HDR,
to.
the split box.
Right, exactly.
That
So, I
thing more
mean,
heavier than the old Comcast box. You remember that long Comcast box they had? No
yeah,
sir.
yeah, that was crazy. That
No
was
sir.
definitely crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
but yeah, Cyberpunk will definitely be a game that we will soak up a lot of time with.
Oh
But
yeah,
there's
so
definitely another game that we about to soak up a lot of our time too, and that's 2K. We was already mentioning it before, but 2K dropped that trailer today
yeah,
of the
yeah.
city. Whew, that next gen
It
on 2K looks crazy.
looks amazing. This is what I'm worried about though. The wait time, the loading time. Every time we play part, it's like you hop on, people want to hop off and run. Like it needs to stop. Like it needs to go back to the old 2Ks where it's like, let's play to play. Everybody's competitive. Really, nobody's really worried about stats. It's like to have fun. But at the same time, you always got those people that, you know what I mean? We'll
Yeah,
see.
but I mean that's that competitive nature that's in us from the get
Yeah,
go. Oh,
yeah.
we want to be the. I mean, you think about in Call of Duty, like we hate losing in Call of Duty.
Right, but this is the thing. I don't want to go through the same thing we went through all of the, you know what I mean, 2Ks.
Oh
Update,
no, yeah.
broken jump shot, update this, update this. It's like, dude, like, you know what I mean? You guys need to have people that play these games, like real people, not people that make these games, real people that play 2K on a daily basis to tell you what's the ups and downs, the pros and cons of the game. But I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, no doubt.
you know what I mean? I think everybody should do that. It's the community. You can't just throw something out there, you know what I mean, and hope it's the best.
Right, they got to listen to the community
Because
feedback for sure.
if anybody knows the inside out 2K, 2K is a scheme if you want to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, being the only simulated basketball game on the market, other than
Exactly,
live
bro.
every couple of years,
In-game
it's a gimmick.
purchases.
They don't got to change anything that different. But I think
Yeah.
going from even from 2K21, old current gen the next gen, is like a completely different game. One because it's on a new engine and everything. But I
Because
hope they
remember,
didn't worry too much about the graphics and changing the park from like the neighborhood to a city, like instead of working on the actual gameplay and how it's going to feel. Because like if you're going to invest all this time and money into how it looks, I want you to put that same amount of time, effort, and money into how it's going to play. Because without that gameplay, I could care less what it looks like.
exactly. Of course the picture's gonna look good, but what about the quality of the paper? That shit's just gonna
Like
rip you as soon as you touch it.
100%.
Like that's what I'm saying, and that's what they need to stop. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
No, and
Because
another thing that they're
remember,
adding is creating a female player. I think that's
oh,
dope because
so
it appeals to more people.
so I did see that, bro. You can go through personal contracts and everything. It looks superior. It looks great. Playing
Mm-hmm.
as a woman in WNBA, I think that's gonna be my first thing I do. Like I'm gonna make a
Yeah,
my
I
player
don't know if it'll be
play,
my first one, but
right? No, honestly, it's gonna be new to gaming, bro. That's something that like us men been hoping for is to play with a woman basketball, taking her onto the park and doing
right.
stuff. Like, you know what I mean? That would be
No,
different.
I think it'll be different because because women
So
play
different.
such a different style of basketball too. Like
Exactly.
basketball is basketball, but women just play basketball very
And I feel
differently.
like women in basketball are way more finesse, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
than trying to be a dog. You know what I mean? Like our favorite NBA players.
No, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just feel like
That's what
they're
I like about
quicker, their reflexes are different. Like they play
it. Yeah.
better defense, I think,
It's like
and they
they
play more
appreciate
as a team.
basketball a lot more than like the men do in the NBA. It's all
Yeah,
about money, money, money. But them is like they're still trying to make a name for themselves, even though they on the biggest stage.
right.
It's
And
because
me
of the
talking about
females.
money. Yeah, comparing them NBA, LeBron makes crazy amounts of money, and then like Candace Parker from who just
LeBron,
won a chip. gets paid like a quarter of what he gets paid. Nothing.
Not even that. The WNBA players don't even get paid more than the coaches. What it seemed like.
No, it's awful. The inequality there is definitely rough. I mean, that'll
You
be a
know what I
topic in
mean?
the future that we can get into much deeper. But
Yeah, nice.
um,
You already know.
but 2K man, 2K this current gen versus next gen, them adding more takeover badges from what like 8 to 24.
Yeah.
Shout out Kobe.
Shout out Kobe,
um,
Black Mamba badge, baby.
yeah, that too. Black Mamba mentality badge. That's gonna be tough. I
It's
want to see how that plays out
gonna
for
be
sure.
different.
I hope it's not just let me slap the name on it and just call it a day. Like, hey, we got Black Mamba there. All right, cool. Next thing. Like, no, I
Right.
want that to actually mean
Definitely.
something. It's something you actually got to work hard towards. I don't want that to be given to somebody because Kobe wouldn't want that.
Exactly. You got work. You got, and that's the thing. I feel like this 2K, if I'm not mistaken, I think you're gonna have to like work and grind for your badges, like it was in
Hmm
2K17. You can't just like,
No, yeah.
you know what I mean? You got to grind for them badges. You got to grind the whole way to go to Hall of Fame. Like
hmm
I'm down for that. That's real. That's real to me. It's a
Right,
grind.
right.
Grinding.
Because I just felt like the last 2Ks were just super easy to get badges low key, and then like that the road to 99 when they change it where you get the 95 and you gotta play good during games to average your, and get a good grade at the end. Like that's not 2K.
Right,
To
because
me,
you
it
got
was
people
cool, but it
that
was different. But it's not how it should work.
right, and it's basically you just making it for online people when you got people that you know what I mean just want to sit back, play my career, get them to a 99, stuff like that. It's like, what if they don't
Hmm
play online? So they should
Right,
have
right.
some for you know what I mean. Just like how they have
No,
my
yeah.
online, offline stuff, they should have that for my
hmm
career too. Not just you know what I mean upgrading your player through the team and stuff like have some type of AI stuff like how they do during my career, like when you play those stories like before, like the demos and stuff. Have something more
hmm
like that. Make the story more juicier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think the story modes in 2K, given that 2K is not really a story driven game to begin with,
Well,
but the
they
stories, I think
tried to.
the productions in the story mode have been, I think, pretty solid.
They've been
Getting
pretty
good name
solid.
actors
And
and,
the
and the
first
and the
one
voice actors.
that I liked a lot was the one with Spike Lee. I thought that was really good. It was
No,
Spike
yeah, that was
Lee.
good.
The kid was Freak from New York, and I guess you know what I mean his best friend died or
hmm
whatever. Yeah, that was a
No,
really
yeah,
good
for
one.
sure.
Like when they have
Yeah,
stories like
because
that, it makes you
hmm
want to play the story mode more. It makes you more hungrier as like you know what I mean a player. Like it, you
right,
know what I
right.
mean makes you feel like you in their shoes at a point in time.
Yeah, because some of the stories that they presented to us in the past few years have been relatable to some people, whether it's you, me, or some random dude that we don't even know that plays 2K.
But,
They're like, damn, bro, I went through and I lost my friend too in the same kind of way. Like it connects people on a different level than just, oh, it's a video game. Now
mhm.
you're kind of living the same story that you kind of know, but like you're able to play it in a different way. But but the mechanics in 2K, I definitely it sounds like they're changing them a little bit with the dribbling and shooting and stuff. I hope it's a little bit
Right.
smoother. I don't know how I feel about the whole shot stick that's on the current gen. If it's going to be on next gen, I'm not 100% sure. But the shot
Yeah.
stick kind of felt weird because after playing 2K for so long, it's you press and hold the X button and hopefully you time it right.
Right.
Versus that, it's like you got to time it right and then angle it right, and
Right. I shoot with the X button, but I drive and dunk with the analog.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I definitely think that'll be an adjustment for sure.
No, it
For
definitely will.
sure, for sure.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
What do you think about the like park rec and pro am? How do you think that's going to play out on next gen?
So what I was told, or not told, but like what I looked into, it might be matchmaking, which is really good. I think matchmaking is gonna be really good for park and everything. But at the
Hmm
same time, you never know. It's like
Right.
you remember 2K last year told us something. It never happened.
Right. Yeah.
We ain't gonna
Yeah.
speak
Unfortunately,
on
sometimes
it,
that
but
stuff will slip through the
everybody
cracks.
knows that plays 2K. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say his name. Every time he says something to us, bro, my boy Agent Double Zero exposes him every time. And I'll be like, come on, 2K, we need this.
Right.
Every time
Right.
we
Yeah.
hope on something, never happens. So I hope what they talk about in the last 2Ks, they're gonna put in this next gen. I hope this is a Christmas present they can surprise us with.
No. Yeah. I hope this is the 2K that really innovates and pushes the limits on
Yeah, I hope this
simulation
is a
basketball
2K.
games.
I hope this is a 2K that brings back basketball fans. Seriously.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. I mean, but yeah, with going off of like the park rec and everything, the only thing that I feel like it's always been a problem is you start a game and there's AIs, or you play through and there ends up being AIs because we start destroying the team and then making them quit and stuff. And I just
Right.
feel like there got to be a way to like limit that from happening so often.
Yeah, either penalize people a lot more for quitting, which I mean, like, if you penalize people a lot more for quitting, that means like they're not going to keep playing. You know what I mean? That was a problem before.
Hmm.
That's why I said matchmaking has to be dominant. Like, if you have people on like, all right, let's put it like this. Let's say everybody on your team is a 99, right? But they only grind my career. They're not going to be
Hmm.
expected to be able to play good online, if you understand. This is a different
Right,
field
right.
compared to
Hmm.
me, you, David, X, and everybody else that plays 2K online, that we grinded our players through online instead of my career.
Yeah,
Like me
majority,
personally, I
yeah.
only have 10 my career games and I became a 99 just as a big man. So like I only played 10 my career games, like you know what I mean? And I'm
Right,
dominant.
right.
It's like that's how
Oh
it
yeah,
should be.
for
But
sure.
when
Yeah,
you go,
being two different type of players, it definitely can.
yeah,
I think it
right.
comes down to skill-based matchmaking, which is a heated topic right now in the community for
And
Call of
like I
Duty and other
said,
games.
it's all about your
But
2K IQ, bro.
yeah,
You don't
so
got
some
2K
people like
IQ,
that.
you're gonna be good. Real
Like
shit.
if you don't understand how 2K plays, then you're just gonna fuck up a lot.
Right.
And I mean, you also gotta have somewhat basketball IQ too, because
You have
if you
to.
don't got that, then you just out there just pressing buttons. Like, what is
Exactly.
you doing, big fella?
You know what I mean? Like people always complain about having two non-shooting bigs on the team, but like the point guards I play with know how to play with two non-shooting bigs. I
Right,
know how to
right,
play with another big that doesn't know how to shoot, and I know how to play with a big that knows how to shoot. So it's like, you know what I
right,
mean?
right. Just gotta know the game, and
It's
the
all
only
about
way you
that.
can know
It's
the
all
game
about
is
the
if you play it.
IQ.
You
It's all
gotta
about
invest
the
time
IQ.
into it too.
But listen, bro, there's people that's in the 2K league that never played basketball in their life. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Oh
they know
yeah,
some 2K. So
yeah. They're just gamers and having that gaming IQ.
there's between gamers and athletes. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So I think that's pretty
Yeah, no doubt. But no, yeah, I think 2K is a great game that we can
2K
definitely
2K is
look
gonna
forward
go
to.
down. 2K is gonna be good. 2K is gonna be solid next gen.
I mean, you already said it earlier in the podcast that 2K will probably be everybody's first game to
Yeah, it's gonna
install.
be. It's gonna be.
At,
It's
at
literally,
least a lot of people that we know. I mean, if you're talking about like true gamers, I don't think it will be. They're given like Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and everything that
so
are
true gamers.
more visually representative.
Yeah, there's a difference between true gamers and gamers. True gamers will play any game that comes out that you know what I mean, just to give it a chance. It can be
Right.
16-bit, 8-bit. It can be HDR, 4K. Don't matter. Game's a game.
Exactly.
But like you got gamers where they have their solid 2, 3 games. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And we got a couple people in our friends
You know
list
what I mean? Every
only
year
played
we
two or
can be
three
like,
games.
oh, you know what I mean? I know it, bro. It's like every year people be like, all right, I'm done with 2K's Trash Man is about to come out. They'll play Madden for like a week or two, and then 2K drops.
It, yeah.
You know what I
The Call
mean?
of Duty comes out,
The
and
Call
then
of
that's
Duty
about
comes
it.
out. We already know the lingo. So this is
Right.
what I'm saying. If Activision and everybody else switch it up, we might be
Hmm.
surprised. But I don't think they're going to switch it up. They've been doing this for what a century? What a century now?
Forever.
A decade? Yeah,
Forever.
forever, decades. Like, let's get it. I'm down for it.
No, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Definitely down.
But all right, let's enough of game talk. Let's dive into another topic that we wanted to get into. Um, what's going on?
The NBA.
Woo.
So yesterday I woke up in my group chat and I saw the Sixers was pursuing James Harden,
Yeah,
bro.
I saw it.
So this is what I think. Either way, that's the most dumbest decision ever. And this is how I'm gonna put it. You send James Harden to the Sixers. Who are you gonna give the Sixers? Ben Simmons, couple
You can
shooters,
give the
couple.
Rockets, but yeah,
Yeah, give the where are you gonna give the Rockets? You know what I mean?
right.
Sixers ain't gonna go to playoffs, okay? If James Harden goes there, they're not gonna go to the playoffs and come out the East. They're not. The Rockets are not gonna go to the playoffs if they just have Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook. You ain't got no.
Two non-shooter guards.
There's no consistency.
That's too hard,
No
and they both
consistency.
need the
You know
ball in
what I
their
mean?
hands.
And another thing, Joel Embiid's injury prone. Like I told you the other day, he only played like
Mhm.
208 games out of what? How many seasons he been?
He's
That's
missed a lot
injury
of games.
prone. Ben Simmons, he's somewhat injury prone too. So you
Right,
know what
and
I
their
mean?
other big man, Al Horford, I think he's still in Philly, but he's getting older. He can't be running 40 minutes a game and
And
being dominant like he was when he was in Boston.
and this is the thing with James Harden. It's like James Harden is. I'm gonna tell you this. Like this is coming out of my mouth. James Harden is top notch. He's been top notch for years to come.
Yeah,
Like,
arguably he's probably the best scorer in this generation of basketball.
arguably, bro. I'll put it, bro. It. You want to hear this? LeBron. This is from like this year. LeBron, Giannis, James Harden, everybody else.
Yeah,
And I will only
I
say,
could
and
I
I
could
will only
account
say
for.
Giannis because how dominant he is. It just
Yeah,
dribbling, dunking, and laying the ball up and
bro,
pass
he's like seven
without
foot,
shooting.
but he's so agile and his
Right.
ball handling is. Everybody just move out of his way, and I think him adding shooting to his game, at this year improving.
Right.
It's not great, but it's definitely better than what it was. It's way better than Ben Simmons. But
Mhm.
him being
And
able to
with,
shoot, how do you stick that? My man, because if you let him out there and you got in your garden of paint, he could just pull that, and then if you go out there and he's blowing right by you, and he's jumping from the free throw line,
exactly. Everybody be
it's
like,
not
"What
it's not
beats
fair.
great big man? This and that." And I'm just like, "Well, Giannis Kumbo, bro, got him beat.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis
Yeah,
Kumbo is
Giannis is the next face of the NBA.
he is the next face of the NBA. He
Yeah,
is the next face
arguably,
of the
because
NBA.
once LeBron's done, yeah. I mean,
Once
we still
LeBron,
got KD, but KD's already halfway through his career.
yeah, I like KD.
Kawhi's halfway through his career.
You said Kawhi. um,
Man, I love my man Kawhi. I will argue to the death that he was better than LeBron there back in 2014.
yeah,
But
yeah. But at the same time, like Kawhi didn't have to be the leader of the Spurs. I feel like Kawhi is one of them players. Like if he's not the
he's a
leader,
low key leader.
if he's not, you're right. If he's not the leader, you're gonna win the chip. But if you put everything on his shoulders, it's gonna be hard. And like I said,
Mm-hmm.
when he was in Toronto, he was smooth. Me personally, he should have never left Toronto.
No, I
Never.
think that's where it was. But his biggest mess up was not teaming up with LeBron. If he
Yeah,
wanted another chip, but in the same breath, he didn't want to tarnish his legacy. He teamed
right.
up with somebody who doesn't have a ring yet, wanted to try and get him a ring too,
But
and
right,
unfortunately, it didn't work out.
you know what I mean? But at the same time, he went to the Clippers and he tarnishes. Well, I wouldn't say tarnishes on legacy, but you
No,
know what I mean.
no, he's still doing good. Like I
He's
mean,
still doing
the
good,
Clippers were still top three in
like,
the West.
but like I said, y'all came out to be that top team coming out the West, best defense, best everything. Y'all have two of the best
Hmm.
two-way players in the league, which I've been
Hmm.
already telling people. Paul George is all right. He's all right. I have five people about Paul George, but we're gonna say Paul George is all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, is Paul George a superstar? Or is he an all star?
He's an all-star.
Okay, yeah, no, I could definitely agree with that because
Paul George
superstar.
is an all-star.
I feel like I can't put the game in his hands and be like win this for me.
Oh no.
But if we're talking about Pacers, Paul George before his
This is
injury,
Paul George superstar.
he was a superstar. Yeah.
He was a superstar.
Ever since he broke his leg in Indiana, he hasn't been the same player since, man.
No, he haven't been.
When he went to OKC with Russell Westbrook, wasn't the
Regular
same.
season was all right. Playoffs. What was it? Playoffs, he was all right. Regular season was a little shaky.
Right. And that's why I'd be wondering that nickname Playoff P because
Pandemic
he was a
P, man,
little
it's
suspect.
scary. And like I said, bro, when everybody was saying the Lakers is this, Lakers is that, you got a bunch of role players. I make sure I like stuck to my team because, like I said, bro, no matter what our team looks like, bro, you got to think about Bron knows how to get his team ready for the playoffs. Only thing he needs is for his team to listen and take it all in. And this was the
Right.
best team to take it all in because not
Hmm.
only he won the chip, he completed Dwight Howard's career.
Oh
He
yeah.
completed his
Yeah.
career.
And
Howard
McGee.
was a dog before the Lakers. The first time
Hmm.
he went to the Lakers, he was a dog before he went there.
Yeah.
Not the
No,
accolade, bro.
yeah. Dwight Howard was one of those players that might not have gotten a chip ever in his career unless he was
Got
with
it.
Bron.
You got it.
Because when he was in Orlando, oh man, he was such a dominant big man. But he didn't have a chance in Orlando.
All right. Back to the
Who
offseason
was around
stuff.
him?
Back to the offseason stuff. So a hot commodity right now that I'm looking into is Chris Paul going to the Lakers,
I saw
Bradley
that.
Bill going to Miami, Giannis Akumbo still up in the air.
No, I think Giannis's best place to go is one of two places, and I'm not gonna like the second one, but the first one
Yeah,
is
go to
Miami.
state.
Yeah, Golden State's the second one, but I'm talking about the first option for best option. If you want to stay in the East and have a better chance of winning their chip,
Miami.
go to Miami because they
Miami,
don't have a big man. Miami does
bro,
not have a big man. I mean,
bro.
they had Adebayo, but having Giannis,
Right, right. Vic,
yo,
it froze.
yeah, no, we'll have to edit that out, but it's
All
all
right,
good.
we're good. But like I said, you know what I mean? With Giannis Akumbo going to Miami, that's going to be a great fit. I feel like they don't have to switch nothing around. I think that'll be
Mm-mm.
perfect for him. That's a perfect lane spot. Golden State, on the other hand, I'm gonna tell you this: I'm putting Giannis at the 5, Draymond Green at the 4. Whoever plays the 3, I don't care who plays the 3. That team's set. That team's
No,
set.
yeah, no, and the thing is that I think it's going to be exciting for basketball again to have the Splash Brothers back.
We need,
Like,
and we honestly need the Splash Brothers back because LeBron honestly showed that people were saying that he's washed. He didn't look washed. He might look, you know what I mean, a step back from his own self, LeBron, but LeBron's the real deal, bro.
but you're gonna think like one step back of his old self. His current self is already still like 20 steps ahead of everybody else. So
And that's what I'm saying. Exactly. And he's still learning.
right, right. He's an on court coach. Like they don't even need a head coach for real.
They
They're gonna
don't.
win games regardless.
They
And the
don't.
thing is, they Lakers could have made the playoffs last year if Bron didn't get hurt. Simple as that. Whether they would have won a
Look,
chip or
look,
not, they were at least
bro,
made
they were
playoffs.
like what, 35 and 14 before Brown got hurt.
And they blew that.
They blew that. Oh well, that's cool. But that just shows that LeBron's watched. He's watched. It's like, come on, bro. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
he's in year 17 and still better than every player in the league.
Year 17, still walking around 240 pounds, 6'8".
It's
Like
insane
it's
how
all like
healthy he is. Like,
the demon.
who else from that draft class is in the league still? I think there's only two players left: Bron and Melo.
That's it.
Was Chris
Heinrich's
Paul in
out,
that draft?
Bosh is out, Wade's out. They all going.
Was Chris Paul in that draft, or was he the year after?
I think Chris Paul was the year after. But remember,
Like that's crazy.
Kurt Heinrich was top 5 pick to the
Mm-hmm.
Bulls.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's crazy to think like no one else from that. What year was that? 03 class.
yeah.
Like 17 years later, and my man's still performing at MVP level, and no one else from that class is still even half good. Like Melo's still doing Melo, but he wasn't really given much of a chance, and then finally he got one.
Yeah. And this is the thing. I think the Lakers, this is another all-season topic that we should talk about. I think the Lakers should try to pick up Melo. Honestly, Melo, I think will be a good fit for the Lakers coming off the bench. Honestly, um, I think the
I could see
Lakers.
that.
I think the Lakers for them to complete their roster, I think they need somebody like defensively, like bigger at the 2 or the 3 guard spot. I
Hmm.
feel like their role players is great. I think you know what I mean. They got a good bench. We got
I
the
think
best.
the Lakers need to do is make sure they secure Rondo because I've been seeing talks that Rondo might go to the Clippers now or something like
And
that.
that's what I'm saying, bro. And that's what I'm saying. If we can secure Rondo, we'd be good. But I don't think Rondo's going to leave Braun, bro. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
But if
I
it
think that's
does
such a
happen,
vital position for them to go back to back because he guards on the perimeter really well. And the fact that the way he was shooting in playoffs, that was incredible because he's not known as a
good.
shooter for
He shot his 4 or 5 shots and he made all of them, bro.
right. And we all know that Bron is usually the floor general and he's trying to run point. But having Rondo as that opposite guard, like next to you to run point and do the same kind of run the same kind of offense, you got to have that on your team.
Rondo, to me, Rondo is one of the smartest point guards I've ever seen on TV. One of the
Oh
smartest.
yeah, yeah.
Because
I
when
think
he
he's
played for the
arguably one
Celtics,
of the
he didn't
best
shoot
like
the ball.
point guards, like passing point guards, like or like just being a floor general. He's incredible.
He's bar none. He's bar none. I feel like you know. I mean, he's top. He's so top notch. But this is my thing. Chris Paul had his best season last year, ever. His best season last year ever.
And the thing is, it almost went unnoticed.
And it almost went unnoticed. And this is what I say.
That's the sad part.
And Chris Paul's only getting better. And this is the thing. Like, I would trust Chris Paul taking Rondo's spot.
But do you
Y'all
remember
this?
that trade when that the NBA blocked about Chris Paul going to the Lakers when Kobe was
No,
there?
not even that. You remember the boat trips? Melo,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul,
Mm-hmm.
D
Yeah.
Wade, LeBron.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. I would
Replace
love to see
Chris
Chris
Paul.
Paul go there because I want Chris Paul to at least get one ring before he's done.
Did Chris Paul get a ring? Chris Paul is going to top 10 point guard of all time.
You know, it'd be crazy if Chris Paul and Melo both find their way onto the Lakers and they get one ring, and then they retire.
And this is the thing about that. And this is why LeBron's going to go down as the greatest player. No matter what, like I felt like LeBron never had the chance to have like somebody go stay with him, like how Jordan had Pippen and Dennis. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Had like how Kobe always had dominant big. If that nigga can shoot, if that nigga get rebound, anything. Pau Gasol,
Right.
Bynum at a point in time was a problem.
Yeah, young Bynum before his knee injury.
You know what I mean?
Injuries.
And
then I mean having Shaq, arguably the most dominant player of all time.
The only time LeBron had somebody dominant on his team was Chris Bosh and, you know what I mean, D Wade.
Right. I mean, Kyrie did his thing, but I think his best teammate was probably D Wade.
Yeah, his best teammate was D Wade. I wouldn't even say Kyrie was his best teammate. Kyrie is good. He's a good point guard, but at a sense, Kyrie is not like a fave to me. He's not a fave to me. His attitude and everything is terrible. Like, back to the offseason talk. You heard what he said. Having Steve Nash as a coach feels like we don't have no coach at all. How could you say that about somebody that was a better point guard than you?
Right. Probably arguably top 3 point guard ever to play the game.
Steve Nash is a dog. Even though he robbed Kobe for that MVP. Yeah, he robbed Kobe. I'm going to say it. Steve Nash is still a dog. You know what I mean? Yeah. Steve Nash is still a dog.
And we're still talking about the offseason stuff, but let's move on to my team, the Spurs. They need to do something in the offseason, man. Like, I'm upset that we didn't make playoffs this year after making it 22 straight years. So I don't really know what losing is.
Yeah, you know what it is, bro.
We don't got a star player no more.
You'll still have one of the most dominant franchises: Spurs, Lakers, Celtics. But I'm gonna tell you this: at a point in time, it's going to be Golden State, Spurs, Lakers. Because I'm gonna tell you this: I don't think the Celtics are ever going to win a championship again. And that's no cap.
I could see them getting one halfway through Jason Tatum's career.
Negative. I don't think they can.
Because Bron's not going to be there no more. There's not going to be. I think Tatum's going to be that dude because Tatum is already a certified baller. Like he's on his way to becoming a superstar.
Yeah, he's that. But I'm gonna tell you this though: we forgetting about Denver.
Yeah, I mean, having Murray and Jokic, that's a solid duo. And then their surrounding cast is pretty tough too.
Right. But I say the next person that's going to be doing it on his own all year, all by himself, just like, you know what I mean, Brown was doing in Cleveland, is going to be James Harden. James Harden is the next best thing for our league when it comes to scoring, shooting, and playmaking.
Right,
so
right.
Him getting a different coach and everything, he's going to have a different role. I think James Harden's going to go back to that OKC feeling, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to carry a team shooting at a high percentage, passing at a high percentage. You remember, before D'Antoni, James Harden, triple doubles. He was up there, bro. He was looking good.
And like we always fail to realize, bro, he was on the Oklahoma City Thunder's team as a 6-man.
On the bench, number 20.
6 men off the bench playing with KD and Russell Westbrook. It's already hard playing with them and still coming off the bench and giving teams 20.
Right. While
he's doing it in oh man, it's insane, man. Like, talent can come from anywhere.
Talent can come
no matter what. And man, like, but yeah, Spurs off season need to go after somebody.
Yeah,
they have Aldridge. I'm not a fan of DeRozan. Like, he's a silent bucket, a super silent bucket. But we need that dominant player. Like, we had Tim Duncan for a while, then we had Kawhi, and now we have Aldridge. But he needs somebody on his team, like a dominant guard.
That team needs.
I would love to see Chris Paul come to San Antonio.
I think
I've
Spurs
wanted
need
that
to
for a long time.
rebuild. Spurs need to rebuild. They just need to rebuild everything.
They've always been in the like they. I feel like they're always rebuilding every year, no matter what, no matter how good we are. We're always rebuilding because we're always known to taking them unknown players like Tony Parker and Ginobili were nobodies and
Nobody.
turn them into Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but at the same time, the people now that are playing the NBA are not the same as they was before. Like Wayne said, stayed on the same team like Tim Duncan. Bro, that I'm gonna tell you
You
this,
don't see
bro.
that too no more. You don't see that no
I
more.
love Shaq to death. But I watched a clip about Tim Duncan. If Tim Duncan would have got that quadruple double in the finals, he would have went down as the #1 center of all time, bro.
And he's not even a center. He's a power forward.
Hey, you said it. You said it. Big man's a big man to me. You played
Yeah.
a 4 to 5. You was center to me.
Yeah, but when you talk about rankings, like Tim Duncan's the #1 power forward of all time.
#1
Centers,
power.
I mean, centers. You can go with Shaq. You can go with Wilt. You can go with
You know what I mean?
Like,
I'm gonna just feel like this. Lakers have the #1 centers of all time.
yeah,
We just passed
yeah.
it away. But
And
even though
it's
Bill
crazy to
Russell
think
got
what
11
they
rings,
could have done too.
even though Bill Russell got 11 rings, it's just like, even though you had Kevin McHale and all them, it's just like the Lakers will always give you a dominant big man.
Oh yeah.
You will always see a dominant big man go to LA.
Yes, look at it now.
Shaq.
Just look at it
You
now.
had Horace Grant go there at one point in time. Was it Karl Malone went there, but in 2001. Who else? You had Kareem. You had
what Robert Horry? What position he played? Was he a 3 or a 4?
Robert Horry was a 4.
I cannot remember.
Rick Fox was a 3.
You
remember that team? Derek Fisher, Kobe, Rick Fox, Robert Horry, Shaq, bang.
And Lakers usually always have a good team.
The Lakers, and this is why I say the Lakers always get them great role players. Great role players. Best role player I've seen this year, Alex Caruso, bro. Alex Caruso, one of my favorite.
The Caruso, yeah, that dude's crazy. You talk about talent coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, bro, baby Bron right there, bro. You got that 44-inch vertical. That white boy.
I love it when he about to dunk on somebody. I'm like, he about to throw it down.
Bro, here you go. I'm gonna hit you with this. Favorite rookie. I've been following him for years. The boy Tyler Hero. He's been playing against niggas his whole life. This is why I think he should have been hyped up as much as Zion. Because if anybody did their research, I'm gonna tell you this why. If anybody did their research on Zion played against a lot of prep school white boys. You know what I mean? Only time he played against big teams is if he was playing against LaMelo, or playing an AAU ball. Tyler Hero played in inner city where he played black schools every week. That's the difference.
No, I mean, yeah, it could definitely be a difference, but
Zion
is probably
listen. I ain't gonna take nothing away from Zion because when he came in the league, he did baby Giannis Antetokounmpo. He did baby him.
Bro, Zion is a bully.
He's definitely a bully. He's definitely a bully, but Tyler Hero, he's a dog. He's a dog, bro.
No, yeah. He's definitely he's a dog. I feel like he's a true baller.
Tyler Hero to me is going to be what Klay Thompson is without Curry. He's going to be a shooter and he's going to be solid. He's going to be solid. And Tyler Hero has
that Miami has a younger Splash Bros team.
Yes, 100%.
Because Duncan Robinson, that jumper is insane. Duncan Robinson's jumper is the fastest in the league. That shit is like he don't even shoot. It's just like a catch and somehow the ball goes through his hand.
Right.
And I'm just like, bro, there's no way. And they're young.
Got the most 3-pointers as a rookie. It was like 298 compared to Ray Allen's when he came into the league.
And just to think about it, Jimmy Butler took that young ass team and almost won a chip with him.
And that's the thing, that's the thing. I'll never take anything away from Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, bro, is like if Bron is about to play anybody, and I know he's playing Jimmy Butler or Paul George from like Indiana, I know he's gonna have a problem, bro. Because Jimmy Butler is a dog. When he was in Minnesota, and you remember,
bro, he has taken every team to the playoffs.
Oh no, I would have beat Jimmy Butler up in that. Yo, I would have been mad. Like Cat, I know Cat was mad.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and that's what you got to do. Jimmy Butler's proven a point. Like Jimmy Butler to me, bro. I always said it. Jimmy Butler is a superstar, bro.
He's a
He just
superstar and he's the
needed
most underrated player in the league
most underrated. He just needed to get out of Chicago, bro. But this is the thing. Jimmy Butler has to work on his 3-point shot. He has to
because he's not a
because
threat from outside.
yeah, he's not a 3-point shooter at all.
Because just watching the finals, they every time he like shoot a three, like, oh, he's shooting the three. You don't see too many of those, and I'm just like, you
Yeah, you
can't
don't.
be a superstar and never shoot threes and not be a threat from out there,
Yeah,
especially in today's league. Because today's league, you have to have a jumper. Like look at Ben Simmons. They're clowning that dude because he can't shoot.
and guess what?
Leave
Look
that
at
man
Anthony
wide
Davis.
open every single time.
Look at Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis
yeah.
started pulling from the three crazy playing for the Lakers. You want to know why?
Look at all the bigs that want to shoot threes now.
Joker shooting threes better than point guard.
LaMarcus Aldridge wants to shoot threes now.
Bro, listen, watching Pau Gasol, that was the scariest man because you couldn't guard it at that point in time.
No, yeah. Him and his brother, Marc Gasol was just as dominant too.
Ooh, I see. I like Marc Gasol better than Pau though.
It's because Marc can shoot better.
Because Marc was always in the paint, like it's that big man. He was a defensive anchor, like man.
Him and Zach Rudolph together in Memphis.
Zach Randolph, that 4 and 5. You couldn't do nothing with that.
No, because they're dominant inside, and then inside outside game because he can shoot. If not, he's giving it back to him in the middle.
Michael Conley's good.
Yeah, that team was solid. Like that team was tough. That team was hard to play against.
So
especially because they were in the same division as the Spurs. Like we were seeing them a lot.
Right. So who you got favorite coming out the East?
East next year. I think it really all depends on where Giannis goes.
Yeah.
Because if he goes to a different team in the East, I feel like regardless, I'm just going to take Miami out the East or the Celtics. But I'm probably thinking the Heat again because there's not that many teams in the East that are good.
Yeah, right. And this is me. I'm taking Miami, bro. Miami or Milwaukee or Toronto, one of them three.
But the thing is, if Giannis isn't in Milwaukee again, they might not even make playoffs.
Yeah. Oh no, if Giannis is leaving Milwaukee, they're done.
They're not making playoffs. Yeah. Toronto is still a solid team, but they need a superstar again. You can't rely on Kyle Lowry and Siakam. It's not going to work.
No. You can rely on Kyle Lowry. You can't rely on Siakam. You cannot.
Because clearly, Kawhi made him better.
Yeah. But Kyle Lowry always been a dog, bro. He's a good point guard. He's Hall of Famer. I'll give it to him.
No, yeah, he's definitely tough. And it's crazy. He's from Philly. One of my closest friends. He's
from Villanova, right?
I'm not exactly sure what college, but I know he was from Philly, like lived in Philly and shit.
I think Kyle Lowry. Didn't Kyle Lowry go to Villanova and win the chip?
Probably. I don't know. But my boy, he played on the same AAU team as him, and I was like, yeah, that's tough.
Kyle Lowry's a dog. Undersized, but he's a dog.
He always fights.
In the West, bro, I'm going with Lakers. Lakers or Denver. I'm going with Lakers or Denver, bro.
I think Golden State's gonna be in the mix again because it's scary because they have the number 2 pick this year in the draft. Whether they can draft somebody or they can trade that and they can get maybe Giannis out of that or another. If they get Giannis, I don't think.
See, that's the thing. Golden State will get Giannis, but this is the thing. Golden State is going to probably have to get rid of Looney and a couple of their role players.
I'm sure they would do it.
No, they will.
100% sure they will.
They will do it, and just for them to have second round pick, bro, Milwaukee's going to take that if they know Giannis is not happy. They're like, damn, we need to get a superstar.
But I do know the Warriors were working out like Wiseman and that other big man in the draft, so they might take one of them instead. So I mean,
Wiseman is not going
to. But the West,
Wiseman only played 4 games.
Yeah, but he's solid.
He's solid.
He's tough. But no, I agree. Lakers for sure. Golden State and then Denver. I think Denver's going to have a higher seed this year too.
They got Denver going second seed.
Yeah, probably.
I think Denver learned a lot from their last season. I think they know what it takes to win.
No, yeah, I think so.
You know,
especially
for you to go 7 games with you went 7 games with the Clippers when you was down 3-1 like Bron. That's amazing.
After just going 7 games with
Jamal Murray, bro. Last year, Jamal
Blazers
Murray became my favorite point guard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He became my favorite point guard.
He's so tough, man, and he's so young. His potential is
Murray's
crazy.
amazing, bro. And Joker, I like Joker as a big man, but I will
Because he
say,
does it all. He
I
runs the
will
one
say
through
this:
five. He
his
can't guard
defense,
1 through 5.
his defense, like Joker's defense, is a little bit too slow. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You gotta be more mobile. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
More mobile. But if he's not mobile, bro, they're not gonna go the whole way and win the chip. Like AD, Anthony Davis right now is your perfect glimpse of a big man. He plays
Hmm.
inside out, he can shoot the ball and stuff. Only thing that's inconsistent with Anthony Davis is his rebounding. That's all.
Hmm.
We've seen it in the finals,
Right.
but at the same time, if he ain't getting the rebounds, Dwight Howard got the rebounds, Rondo was getting the rebounds, or motherfucking
LeBron
Brown.
was getting a rebound. Right.
Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? But AD
Well,
was dropping like 25, 30 games, so I don't
no, yeah,
know.
for sure. Well, hey, I think we just gotta wait and see how the season plays out.
Yeah, but
Definitely we can touch on. We can get back to the NBA, do some like preseason stuff. Whenever they figure out when the season's
like,
actually going to start. That's
I just
another
hope
thing.
that KD comes back healthy as possible. That's all I want to see.
100%. Yeah, I want to see KD out there dropping
Every,
trade balls over top everybody.
right,
But
everybody picking up Brooklyn, but we'll see what happens.
they got a solid team on paper, but it don't always mean nothing. It don't always translate too well.
Ooh,
Well, yeah, we'll definitely see. We'll definitely touch bases on that the
yep.
NBA again, but we're approaching the hour mark here, so I think we should try and wrap things up here. Just want to remind everybody to check us out. We're going to get a YouTube channel started up here soon, and check out our social media sites that we're going to get up soon. I'll get all the links and stuff into the description and whatnot. Other next podcast we'll probably touch over a couple more games, future games, maybe get into some PlayStation topics and whatnot.
We may
Because I
have
know
a
we would
special
definitely
guest
like
too.
to. We'll definitely figure that out too. But definitely check us out. But Maul, what are you working on? What you doing right now? You working on anything, or you chilling?
I'm chilling right now, but I need to show. Bro, this is a 17-year-old kid named Kendrick Blackshear, plays middle linebacker for Duncanville High School, Dallas, Texas. 17 years old and looks like a dog.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out him. But where can we find you, bro? What social media? Where can we
You can
find you
find
at?
me on any social media. Instagram King Silky B, Twitter Molly Mall 717, Facebook Jamal Williams, Xbox Molly Mall 717. Stream
Actually,
coming
keep it
soon.
simple. Yes,
Stream
sir.
coming
We're gonna
soon.
start streaming soon, hopefully on
Yep,
Twitch.
that,
But you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Never Chillin _ and check me out on Xbox X Never Space Chillin for sure. But just want to say shout out, thank you to the audience checking us out. Share us as much as you can, and we'll keep you up to date on the next episode.
yes, sir.
Peace.